Spotify's CEO is speaking out in regards to the backlash that Joe Rogan has been receiving since his COVID misinformation and the video of Joe Rogan using the N-word multiple times. And he's simply saying, I don't believe that silencing Joe Rogan is the answer. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, where you get daily and consistent hot topics in music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. As always, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. So as you know, we've been covering this Joe Rogan story over the weekend. And now you may have seen that we posted Joe Rogan's apology, where he says the video that was created where you see him using the N-word multiple times was, quote, taken out of context. Then he went to cite multiple people that have used the word. And look, a lot of you that are Joe Rogan supporters have been in the comment section. And look, we don't delete comments here, especially if you're not being derogatory or if you're not bullying someone else. We're okay with you having a difference of opinion. Now, speaking of differences of opinion, Spotify, who has been receiving a lot of backlash, specifically first from Neil Young, who said he was going to take his music off of Spotify for Joe Rogan's misinformation about COVID. And then singer-songwriter India.arie was blasting Spotify for allowing Joe Rogan to continue when this video of Joe Rogan using the N-word multiple times resurfaced. Now we are getting more information from the CEO, Daniel Ek of Spotify. And this is a letter that he posted to the employees. This is what he says in the letter. So in the letter, per the Hollywood Reporter, Ek, whose net worth is estimated by Forbes to be just over $3 billion, mentioned Rogan's use of what he called, quote, some racially insensitive language, as well as the recent removal of a number of podcast episodes from the platform. So this is what Daniel said. He says, while I strongly condemn what Joe has said, and I agree with his decision to remove past episodes from our platform, I realize some will want more. And I want to make one point very clear. I do not believe that silencing Joe is the answer. We should have clear lines around content and take action when they are crossed, but canceling voices is a slippery slope. Looking at the issue more broadly, it's critical thinking and open debate that powers real and necessary progress. So as I said to you before, Joe Rogan released an apology video over the weekend. It was a 5-minute video. So some of the things that he said,
there's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it looks fucking horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit,
For a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. He then went on to say, now I understand that as a white man, I should not be using the word. Again, guys, if you did not see my video on this where I covered the story and I posted the Twitter link where you see him using the word multiple times. Yes, was he using it in a way that was directed at someone or with ill intent? That is hard to see unless you're seeing the full videos. However, there's no need to use the word. Me as a black person, I don't even use the word. So to see Joe Rogan use the word multiple times over the years and no one said anything to him, it didn't spring into anyone's thoughts to say, you might want to remove those episodes. You might want to apologize for this. You might want to get ahead of this story. But backtracking to what Daniel Ek is saying, look, I get what he's saying as a CEO. Okay, I get it, because you have to remember, Joe Rogan was paid $100 million reportedly to have his content exclusively on Spotify. He is a big money maker and a big cost for Spotify. So to just let him go, they were going to have to pay him and not be able to reap the benefits if they were to let him go. So it's very perfect for them to say, we don't want to just silence him. That's not the way. And look, we don't believe in silencing people because that's a slippery slope. That is a slippery slope. But their justification, excuse me if we just don't call BS and say, you don't want to silence him because he is a big moneymaker for you. And it's not enough for Black voices like India.arie or myself to call you out and say, this is unacceptable. Even though you told India.arie allegedly that Black music is the backbone of Spotify. I had to give you guys this update. Again, if you didn't see Joe Rogan's apology or the original story that we did, we'll post a link in the description of this video. As always, let's have an adult, amicable, constructive conversation below. Even if we don't agree, that's fine. Just no bullying. As always, guys, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on breaking news when we go live or when we upload. Thanks for watching.